Hey guys, Chubby Glutton of Behemoth Brewing. It's been 18 days since I started my yeast experiment and it's bottling day. I'll just show you the beers in the actual fermenter so I can show you how they cleared up and how they turned out. It's quite interesting to see. And then it's just bottling. My plan is to bottle today, take the hydrometer reading, and then do a taste test of the uncarbonated beer. Then, with the magic of editing, you'll be shot across to when the beer is conditioned, and then I'll do another tasting of it conditioned, just so we can get a good sense of how it tastes throughout, with carbonation and without. So I'll just give you a little look at the beer, and then yeah, so have a look now. So here's the beers and the fermenters. So I'm going by cloudiest to clearest, and the cloudiest so far is still the Nottingham. It has cleared up quite nicely, but still quite cloudy. Then it's the US05, and then the clearest I got is the US04. So Nottingham, you can see it's pretty clear. Hopefully, let's see if I can. There we go. As you can see, it's nice and clear, but still pretty cloudy. And this is the US05, as you can see. Also, the US05 and the Nottingham are pretty on par, but I have been moving it, so that might have shook it up a bit. But as you can see, it's pretty clear. It's getting there. And then it's the US04. This cleared up very nicely. This is basically crystal clear. You can see, pretty much right through it. I don't know if you can see this, but no, you can just see my hand there. So it's pretty clear. So yeah, that's the yeast experiment. Let me just get that focused again. So I'm gonna put these aside, carry on getting the bottles ready to get cleaned up, and then yeah, I'll do a taste test, and then we'll go from there. So hold on, and I'll show you some more good stuff. So guys, I've cleaned all my bottles. I've sanitized them. I've put some carbonating drops in them. I'm not bothering the dextrose today. I just can't be asked. It's too hot, too humid. It's bad. So I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna bottle all of them, and then I'll let you guys know a bit later how it goes. So none of the crazy stuff now. So not crazy stuff. No bottling videos. There's plenty of the videos on YouTube. So see you in a bit. Here you guys. Cool. So everything's bottled. Now let's just take some time to carbonate. But what I have got is some tasting samples. You can see it's pretty nice and clear. This is the US05 one. And I'm just going to taste it before it's carbonated. I've got some palate cleansers, otherwise known as pretzels. So I'm going to give you the best approximate tasting I can give you. I'm not the greatest at this, so I'll just do the best I can. So I'll start off with the Nottingham yeast, and oh yes, the final gravities were pretty close actually. The Nottingham had the lowest by 10-12, and the US04 and US05 had the same gravity of 10-13, so not much difference in there. So now it's down to flavors. The Motueka hops are coming through quite nicely with this. A bit of a malty backbone. Sorry, my landlord, he's laughing at me. But it's smelling pretty good. Now for the taste. Nice balanced bitterness with the malt. It's got a very bready flavour, very similar to a lot of commercial beers. You get that very bready taste. It's not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Have a quick palate cleanser quickly. Okay. US05. A lot less, a lot more subtle hop flavour coming through on this one. bit more of a malty smell coming through. Okay, taste this. Not much of a different taste to Nottingham. A lot less bready though. It's a lot more of a cleaner taste that I can taste from there. You get more of a you don't get much hop flavor aroma, but you get a lot more hoppy taste coming through in this beer, which is quite nice with the malts. Yeah, a lot better flavor with the actual hops coming through in the taste, but not much in the aroma. Another one. There you can see, but this one is very, very clear. Of the three, USO4 came out the clearest. USO5 is second place. Okay, let's go in. This has got a lot more of a maltier smell than anything else. Not much hops. Be interesting to try these all carbonated. I think much better flavors will come across once it's sat down a little bit and aged a bit more. That's crazy. Now, these two had quite a strong bitterness from the hops. So my wife was actually trying to sneeze behind. It's putting a bit off here, but
sorry.
Can't get a good camera person for love of money, it seems. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, these two had a very much more, a lot bit more bitterness from the hops coming through, and more malty. This is a sweeter brew. A lot more sweeter on the palate. It's got a little bit more residual sugars in it compared to those two. The hop flavor is the Motueka, the hops come through quite nicely with this. It goes very well with the sweetness of this brew. So that's not bad. This. Not bad. So, by tasting wise, I can't distinctly tell much difference between the Nottingham and USO5. They're very, very similar in taste. That might come through across better once it's carbonated and aged a bit more. So, with the magic of editing, you'll see that pretty much right after. I'll still have to wait a few months at this point in time. But, taste wise, if you want to go for a sweeter brew, the USO4 is the better bet. If you want to clean the tasting yeast that doesn't come across a lot and doesn't cover up a lot of your ingredients, the USO5. And if you want that very typical macro brewery bready taste, Nottingham yeast. That's my results so far, but we'll wait until they get carved up and then we'll do another test then. So until then, have a good one and you'll see it right now. Cheers. Hey guys, time to end the yeast experiment. Sorry it's taken so long, it's just taken quite a while to carb up. Even then they're still not 100% carved. I think the USO4 might not be carved, but we'll have to wait and see. As you can see, I've got the bottles here. They went into the fridge quite clear, but they've gone quite hazy. I don't know if you can see that. So I got an issue of chill haze, but she'll be right. So to finish this off, I got the 3 beers. I got some water to cleanse the palate, and I got some weird Asian spicy beans. I have no clue what it says on there. That's what they look like. There's slightly of chocolate with a bit of a zing at the end. Not bad. Now I got 3 glasses, so me and the missus might get a little happy tonight. So let's get cracking on this. This is the Nottingham yeast, so let's see if it gets It's carved. Oh, there's it there. Ooh, a very nice hop aroma coming off that. Very little carbonation, as you can see there. There is some, but very little. But it was quite clear going in. So that one beer, as you can see, is quite hazy. But I think that's chill haze more than yeast. Now for the USO5. That's got a bit more of a hiss there. Please excuse, that's my cat.
It's got a bit more head on it.
Yeah, this has got a lot more carbonation to it, so that's always good. Let's put that there. So that's got a lot more carbonation and about a finger's head. So 0.1 to the USO5. Now the USO4. Now this one I don't think will be carved at all, but let's wait and see. Ooh, very little hist. So this is not going to have much of a carbonation at all. Being quite aggressive this pour. And as you can see, very little carbonation. Very small bubbles on there, so let's wait and see. Okay, so let's get this started. So this is not tame yeast, so let's go here. Very nice hop aroma coming from the Motueka hops. I get passion fruit and lychees coming off there. So it's pretty damn good. Let's go for a taste. Not bad. Still quite sweet, I think, and I think that's because it hasn't finished carving up yet. It's a very different flavour for when it was uncarved. A lot more hop aroma coming through there, nicely balanced with the malt character. Very subtle bitterness. Not bad. Now for the USO5. This has got a little bit better head retention, or it's got a little bit of lacing on there. Nothing spectacular, but it's one step better than I'm used to. Now this doesn't have any hop aroma at all. It might just be because of the glass, because it's open, but I'm not getting any hop aroma from there. But I'm getting a nice malty, very slight malty flavour from there. So let's try this out. Very malty and very clean tasting this. Not much hop aroma I found, but the malts are coming across quite nicely, and it's very clean tasting. There's no other flavours in it. You can taste this, the bitterness of the hop and the malt. You get more of a bitterness from hop in here than actual aroma. Not bad, and a really nice beer. Bit too bad about the chill haze, but it tastes really nice. Oh yes, maybe that's also why I didn't have palate cleanser. Palate cleansers. Now for the USO4. As you can remember, this cleared out the quickest, and it was crystal clear. Not that you can see from there, but that's chill haze. But got a little bit of lacing on there. Very fine carbonation bubbles. Now this is interesting. This has got a bit more of a hop aroma on it, but it's very nice with it's a very hoppy and a malty aroma. So, well, the Nottingham just had more of the hop aroma. USO4 or the USO5 just had a malt aroma. This has a good mix of the two together. It's not bad. Let's try this out. It's interesting. It's definitely not cold. You can taste that, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. The yeast flavor is coming across a lot more than the previous two. It's a hard to explain this. Don't worry, I'm really bad at these kind of reviews. I know what I like and what I don't like. So the missus, she's going to be doing a beer review after, so she'll be able to explain this stuff a lot better than I can.
Oh goody.
She's full of shit today. Don't worry about it. Definitely interesting. This has definitely got more of a yeasty aroma and flavour coming off it with the hops and the malts. Very nice. Still also quite sweet, but I still think it needs to carb a lot more. I generally carb or bottle my beers still a little bit cloudy, so they carb a bit quicker. These are the clearest I've ever bottled any beers. So give it another few months and I'll see how they go. So results. God, that was pitiful. Fuck, can't speak today either. If you wanting for me right now, if you want a hop aroma coming through, the Nottingham has got a really nice flavour that comes from the yeast. It's not the clearest or the most carbed, but I do have some carbonation there. The hop aroma is coming across quite nicely. The malts are in there and you can taste them, and they balance out quite nicely with the malts. USO5 definitely has better carbonation and head retention. That's the best head retention I've had for a long time. Very nice carbonation, I hope you can see that. Nice small bubbles, so very good. I say of the three, the USO5 has the better flavour for me. It has the cleaner taste, and you actually taste the ingredients. You taste the hops a bit more, you taste the malt a bit more. You don't have much hop aroma coming through it, but that's not a big issue. You can always get that up there nicely with some dry hopping. The USO4 is the most surprised me because it's got a very distinctive yeasty flavour coming across. Quite sweet. You can smell the yeast in there with the malts and the hops, which isn't bad. It's quite nice. So yeah, how can I? Let's see. If you want a sweeter beer with a more of a yeasty flavour, maybe a stout or your English flavoured ales, I'll go for the USO4. If you want cleaner flavours, you actually want to taste your ingredients, USO5. Really, I'm quite impressed with the USO5. It's got nice lacing on there and head retention, so that's quite nice. And your flavours are coming across really nicely in this. Nottingham yeast. Some people knock it. I don't think it's too bad a yeast. I don't know if I use it all that much more. It's a little bit more expensive than the USO4 and the USO5, but the flavours taste good. You can taste the malts, you can taste the hops in it, you can smell the hops in it. So basically, my conclusion is, do your own damn experiment. that's the only way you can figure out what you want from your beers. I have a good knowledge now of what yeast to use for what beers I want to try. For cleaner ales that I want to actually taste the greens, I want to taste the hops, I'll be definitely using the USO 5. For the sweeter beers I want to try, like the stouts I have planned, I'm going to use the USO 4 because it definitely has a sweeter taste and it's got that nice little yeasty tang I want to go with, or which might be hidden by the coffee and chocolate I'm going to use. So I'm still working that out. Nottingham yeast, if I can't get USO 5, I'll use Nottingham yeast, but I'm pretty sure I'll be using the USO 5 more than any other ones because I like the flavors, I like the taste coming across on it. Carbonates very nicely. So yeah. Now you'll get the expert opinion, not the stupid brewer's opinion. So we'll cross over to the missus. She is full of poo today, so please excuse her. She might just kill me later, but oh, I have a few beers to drink before that. So let's get her expert opinion and have her as my feature of yeast experiment. So hold on, and here she comes.
Hey guys, it's Mrs. Chubby here. I'm supposed to be doing a review on Mr. Chubby's yeast experiment beers. Apparently my opinion is the expert opinion, and if that's the true thing, God help us all. But I'll try my best anyway. Okay, so we're starting off with the Nottingham, I believe it was. So as you guys saw just previously, it didn't really have much in the way of carbonation. It's got pretty much 0 head on it. It does have quite a nice sort of hoppy aroma. Very, very mild hoppy flavor, aroma to it. You can definitely taste that one hasn't finished carbing yet. It's got almost, if I can put it this way, like a green flavour. You could taste it's sort of not ripe in a way. But all in all, it's not particularly bad. Have a sip of water. Then we have the USO 5. This one's keeping its head really, really well. This has been open for about 10 minutes now and it's still pretty decent. Carbonation is quite good in there. Yeah, this one's got like 0 hop flavour, hop aroma I mean, getting confused already. That one's definitely much nicer for myself than the Nottingham was. Definitely more of a slightly malty aroma, like Mr. Chubby said, but the flavour on this one is much, much nicer than that one. It tastes more developed, tastes a bit riper, it tastes like it's almost ready to drink. One more water. Okay, last but not least, the USO 4. Tiny bit of head on there, a little bit of lacing. As you might have seen earlier on, this one didn't have much carbonation either, so I don't really think this one's actually 100% ready to go yet, but let's give it a try. This one's a lot maltier. There's definitely no hops in there, all malt. It smells really, really sweet, which is nice for me. I like sweet beers. It's actually real good. Definitely needs to mature. It needs to do a lot more in the way of carbing, I think. But to me, I know my opinion it doesn't count for much, but
no, it does. It does.
But if you're looking for a yeast that carbs up really well and gives you a nice blend of flavour, the USO 5 is the way to go. Obviously this is all personal. I mean, you guys can do whatever you like with your yeasts. But for me personally, flavour-wise, what it's done to the beer, USO 4, tastes really good, really malty, really smooth. Just needs to mature a bit and ripen a bit. That one's definitely my favourite. But I think, in general, good overall yeast, just for general brewing, USO 5 is your baby. Sweet. I hope this was helpful at all. Hope you guys have a good one. See you around.